Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a little bit of brainstorming and just sketching and getting ideas out on paper. Me and my friend Chrissy, we're sharing that art booth I've been talking about in my last few videos, and I told her, I said, like, I'm having trouble coming up with like ideas. I've written down a whole list of ideas, but I'm really insecure because I don't know if people would want to buy it. And she said that she's been having the same issue. So we got to talking, and she said, you know, we just need to have fun with it, really. She said, whether people buy them or not, we need to come up with something that's just fun for us as artists. And I was like, okay, you know, I can get behind that. So she said, let's do like a challenge, and she said, let's have our art kind of feed off of each other. So she's going to do animals mashed with candies, but she's going to do a warm palette, like chocolates, caramels, sweetbreads, and sweet desserts, things like that. And then I'm going to do a bright palette. So my animals are going to be mixed with like hard candies and donuts and cupcakes and things like that. So that's kind of the plan. And today I thought I would just kind of sketch out and write down kind of some ideas. And I thought it would be fun to share the process with y'all. You know, maybe you do something similar whenever you're coming up with a drawing strategy, or maybe you're having artist block, and this might be something that can help you get your thoughts together so you can get out of your artist block. All right. Oh, another thing is I chose to do Western themed animals. So armadillo, rattlesnakes, cows. And then she chose to do forest animals like deer, bears, and raccoons, you know, things like that. So that's kind of our plan of action. We'll see what happens. So I've got my sketchbook here. I've only used a couple of pages out of it. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a list of different Western themed animals and different types of desserts that I can mash together. So let's see, we're going to title it Art Fair and Ideas and Western animals. And over here we're going to have desserts. All right, so right out of the gate, I definitely named a few already, but armadillo, rattlesnake for sure. I think a rattlesnake would be easy to turn into a dessert, because that's the concept. It's not animals with desserts, it's the animals are meshed with it, so like combined with it, you know. I've seen a couple of artists on YouTube that and on Instagram that have already done similar ideas, you know. Maybe they did like a frog and a cinnamon roll, or I don't know, a dragon but it's in a pie, you know, something like that. So I thought that's a really cute idea, and as we were brainstorming, that definitely popped into my head, and I thought, well, I'll definitely have inspiration pictures to look at for sure. Armadillo, rattlesnake. I definitely want to do a cow, maybe like a longhorn. Wild West, y'all. Ooh, a buffalo. That would be a cute one. a ram, pangolo. I don't even know if I'm saying that right, but that's what, hold on. What is it? What is it? Wildlife of Western, yeah, it's pangolin. Oh, it's not a pangolo, it's a pangolin. Well, no. I was gonna say I could do a squirrel, but still, I think a squirrel falls under her category of forest animals. I could do a horny toad. Ooh, which isn't a toad at all. It is a lizard. Horny toad. Okay, I think that's a pretty good list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 10. That's a lot. All right, back it up, back it up. All right, so for candies, I can do, or desserts, we can do a sucker. We can do just hard candies. We can do gummy bears or gummy candies. It would be really interesting if I would have to look at maybe a tutorial on how to do it, but turning one of the animals into a gummy, that would be really cute. We got cupcakes, we got donuts, we got, ooh, what about boba? I don't like boba. Bobas are really pretty, but I don't like to drink bobas. We got ice cream, cotton candy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need 2 more. Macarons. Macaron. I don't know if I spelled that right either. I could even do like a fruit themed one, like cherries. Cherries are my favorite fruit. Cherries and peaches. Armadillos are precious. They're so cute. Look at them. Look at his little face and his little bitty claws. Oh my gosh. I love animals. So much. So much. Cotton candy, I think, first. Alright, so we can do... Oh, I kind of like that armor plating on its head for sure. I don't know what I'm doing. And he's got these ears that just do this number. And he's got these little feet. And he's got a lot of fluff coming out of his tummy. And he's got a little tail. Okay, so if I was going to turn it into cotton candy, I would have the 2 flavors on each side here, and I would make him fluffy. And he does have some stripes, so just to indicate that. And then up here, we have some more fluff. And I want his ear going into it. And then we can do like a cone coming out. Oh, not like that though. Like this. Like that. And instead of fur, we can do more clouds. Oh, cute. And for his head, he's like a little sheep. What do you think? Is that cute? Trying to think of how macaron is shaped. I know it's like a cookie. And it has like a filling. And it has filling, between the filling area, it has this like little bit of breaded bits to it. So it's kind of textured right here. Go back to my armadillo picture. Okay, and for its head, I can do that textured bit again, like it's just the top part of a macaron. Okay, and for its bottom, he's like segmented. Let's say hypothetically, if the top of the macaron was here and the bottom was its back plate, so when it rolls into a ball, it rolls into one piece. So it's a whole macaron. Right? Yeah. And its little back leg. So when it's together, it looks like that, and its head is right here with his little ears and his little paws. And then this is the textured bit. I like the macaron idea a lot better than the cotton candy. This one's cute. Yeah. Okay, honestly, I think we're going to do this one for the finished drawing. And then I can have little macarons stacked up around it. Or like, oh my gosh, what if I did like a tier? Like with the trays, and have the macarons on the trays. You know, like that. That would be really cute. Okay, next we had the rattlesnake. And honestly, like, we could go like a Twizzler route with the rattlesnake if I wanted to. But is that too on the nose? You know what I mean? I like the face idea of like doing this number with his face. So he's like really stinking cute. I like that. And his tail is coming up the back onto his head. And it's made out of cherries. No, that's stupid. Stupid idea. But I do want to put a cherry on top. That's really cute. Oh my god, you aren't even seeing what I'm doing. I was drawing all that off camera. Okay, now that you can see. That's cute. So he's a cupcake. The Finnick Fox. Hard candy. Hard candy. So these are our hard candies here. They come in lots of different shapes. We could take the packaging into consideration. We can do lots of different colors and designs. Finnick Fox. He's got big, giant ears. I've never been good at drawing dog heads. I'm so bad at it. Okay. Candy, what to do? Right. I don't want to just make him one big candy either. I feel like that's kind of a cop-out. We could do candies going down his back to the tip of his tail. Down to his nose. And the candies could be striped like in that picture. Is that cute or is that stupid? Can doll it out with some like ribbons, kind of like a Sylveon, you know? Give it the Sailor Moon treatment. No, that's cute. We've got I love cows. I love drawing cows. I love petting cows. I did his head all weird. So his head is going to be an eclair. It's coming out of the eclair. And have a donut coming out of his nose. And what if we did like a big donut here? He's so cute. He's so cute. I could just eat him up. No, no, no. And then he could have the sprinkles, because, you know, oh, what if we did sprinkles on his horns? Sprinkles right here. Yeah. Oh my gosh. And little sprinkles right here, like a cutie mark. I feel like I'm drawing Pokemon. That's what I feel like I'm doing. I pulled up Horny Toad art to try to get some inspiration for how other artists have drawn the Horny Toad. So like, there's an artist. This one's really cool. By Philip Seymour. This is kind of more on theme for the color palette I'm using. That one's by Amanda Lanford. $165 for that, by the way. Holy crap. Wow. I couldn't imagine selling my art for that much. I don't think anybody would ever pay that much. We got a tattoo of a horny toad. Candy corn toad? Okay, that's kind of what we're doing. We're doing candy themes, but I'm gonna do the star candies. That's what I'm gonna do. I wanted it to be, here's a star candy. Star candies are gonna be kind of easy to draw because they're just a bunch of lumps. Like that. And then for his head, he's got this very distinct horn, like crown of horns on his head. Let's see. So we've got the initial first layer here. And then we've got the next layer here. And then we've got these spikes coming out of his face. Let's do the star shapes. And then for all the little spikes coming down its back, I'll just do the stars. The star candies. Does he have stripes on his belly? No. Yeah, he does. Stripes on his belly. Going vertically down. That's really stinking cute. Again, I drew it off camera. I'm sorry. It's hard to draw with a vertical camera, okay? Let's do... Let's just wait for him. Okay, okay. Oh my god, off camera again, I'm sorry. Okay, so, but he's a big gummy. What do you think? A ram, but he's a big gummy, like a gummy bear. I think that's plenty, honestly. Like that's enough to keep me busy for sure. And the next part is to, now that I've got my characters drawn, is to come up with an idea for how I want to compose the photo, you know, how I want to compose the entire picture for each animal. What do I want the background to look like? What do I want the scenes to be? Do I want to do just an image of the character, like the character, and then do like a design behind it? Or do I want to have it sitting in an actual scene? So that's the next step of the process. And then doing my final draft, and then doing the final piece. So I'm going to be working on these for the coming months. Thank you. So I'll be working on these for the coming months, and then I'm gonna make a poster, and it's not actually gonna be a poster, it's gonna be a painting on canvas of all the characters together in one big composition. So yeah, that's gonna be the final piece, and then we'll see if these guys sell at the art booth. So that's the plan. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I'm excited to edit this video. I am so sorry that I drew off camera for a lot of it. Y'all know me. I ain't a professional anything. I'm one big screw up, so. All right, I love you guys. Take care. See you on the next one. Bye.